I don't know about what.
Morning.
Sorry.
Oh, we were just talking about it.
I know.
So disappointed. Yeah, it's minus 5 points. Sorry.
Should be
I'm
good.
already
Good.
losing.
Yeah.
I know.
It's not too late.
Nothing's happening here.
So, how are we all feeling this morning? Yeah? You think about your mistakes. You think about your successes.
What, you want some
Yeah, we all made a lot of mistakes. Yeah.
You want water?
But we're ready to go and wrap it up today. Okay. Well, let's head over to the wheels.
Good morning.
Hey, Alan, can we get that fan up on
What
the
do you want me
table?
to do? I don't know what to
I
do.
just want to make sure we don't overheat.
You've got to follow the action. What do you want me to do?
Keep
Tell
these
you
motors
everything?
going from the get-go.
But they're moving. They're coming.
So now, oh, that's,
Hey Jeff, real quick.
yeah.
We had this one that we were going to look at where I cut it short here and then.
I'll help you individually with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, right now we've got a question, right? Do we want to do the back of the bowl or do we want to do the shank first? And you can go either way with this. Because they intersect with one another, you're going to have to go back and do, like I was telling you guys before, I like to complete one step before moving on to the next. Well, here we have to do one and then the other and then kind of go back and a little back and forth as we refine the joint. So I'm going to have us do the back of the bowl first, and we're going to use the skill that we had yesterday where we cut down the side of the shank. So we got that nice tight line that we worked on, we practiced. We're going to use that technique now to, yesterday we did the flat line, right, around the outside to define the circle. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to cut an edge on top of the shank. And I'll show you what I mean. And we're going to start at 9 o'clock and go to 6. So you look at it and you want to complete this circle. Don't cut so far down that you get into the shank. You want to be above the shank section. And you can hear how I'm letting off the pressure as I'm getting closer to the round shape that I'm looking for. So now that I've done that quadrant, we're going to do the second quadrant, or the final quadrant as well. But I want you to do 1/4 of the pipe at a time. I don't want you to do the full, like the half circle. Notice I'm hitting my mouthpiece here, so I'm having to do the technique where I lean up a little bit. And remember to be gentle here. You can't put material back. If you find a way to do that, let me know. Every pipe maker in the world will be very interested in learning how to replace material. So that's what we're looking for. So I'll leave this here as a reference, and I'm going to switch out the disc for us. All right, gentlemen. Let's get to it.
What grid are you using now on this?
This is 36 grit.
Okay.
Very, very rough.
Very close. Yeah.
And if you're people who are uncomfortable with that can use 50 or 60 grit as well. There's a little more leeway. Most professionals use 36, sometimes even 24. Wow. If you want to remove material very quickly. And more powerful motors than these.
Also, more delicate.
Yeah. You'd be surprised how precise professionals can be with everything. Yeah, these are third horsepower. I'm a little surprised they're underpowered. I use third and a half. Yeah, but I'm also using to a variable speed controller, so I can really and give it a ton of pressure. And I've stopped this motor once or twice. These ones though, I've stopped once or twice, like every hour. Yeah. So I'm interested to see how our professional pipe makers are going to deal with these in the competition tomorrow. Come on, and I'll look at that.
What brand motor
That I use? They're called Iron Horse. It's like an Asian manufacturer. But Balder is a nice American manufacturer for it as well. If they make it, I don't know if they make a three-phase motor. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good company, but the supplier that I go through, this is the brand that they carry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Three-phase with variable control?
Yeah, and so a motor like this, someone can get set up for probably $50 when you wire everything up. But you're limited by the speed zone at 1100 RPM. And having the variable speed, being able to go at 50 RPM or 3000,
Yeah, I think
makes a big difference.
Right?
Yeah, and especially in a professional context.
The clinic motor is better.
Yes. Yes. We're going to make lots of mistakes. You want to see it. Very good. We're good to go. Good man. So I want that vertical, not angle. So when I put an angle on it, notice how my lines are cut straight up and down. That's okay. Okay. You got to go. So I want you to just go straight up and down.
Great.
All right. So to reiterate that, we do want a vertical line, straight up and down line. Not putting any curve or angle on it. Nope. Straight up and down. Like that.
And that curve is,
I want your line to look like that.
right.
Because you're justifying what you're looking at. So we're talking about guidelines. Always talking about guidelines, right? Right. That edge is the outer ring of your circle. Of your sphere. We're not doing it. We want those shoulders up there.
Okay. All right. What I want
Like that. You don't need to take much more material away.
Yeah. I went down.
So one thing you need to do right now is you need to look at the top of the pipe and get an idea of where you want your line to be. You want your circle. You're almost there. So really, you don't need to take any more away there. I want you to work on this side. See how that side doesn't have any of
Now, would you roll that as you're doing that one section that you showed him?
hold on. Hold it like this.
No. Okay. You want a hard line. See how okay, I need for you to. I want to demonstrate this for you. It's okay. It's hard to get up. Yeah. So here's what I'm talking about. See how you still have a slope line there? Correct. I want. You're holding it. See that edge I'm putting in there? I'm trying to continue that circle all the way around. All right.
Just at that end.
Just at the edge. You're not removing any material up there. We're creating our guideline. And do you see how the bottom of that right there? Right. That's what we're looking at. What we want to do is imagine this line and that's like a ring. This line right here is the only thing that's not that line.
Which is what I was trying to do before.
We're not doing that now. What we're trying to do is figure out what our circle looks like. Right. Once we have that circle, like we know what our circle looks like, then we can start taking care of removing the rest of the sphere.
All right, thanks.
Did you see that? Right. You're all done. Yeah. Running on that hard axis. So you just want that vertical.
And like as close to here as possible.
As close to there as possible. Yeah. And just like we did when we did the flat section around the front of the bowl, and then we did the rounded section at the top, and then we removed everything between that ring here and the ring here.
Yeah.
We're creating the lower ring now, and then we're going to create the top ring, and then we're going to remove these shoulders.
Okay. So on this side, we did the entire side, but here we're just doing this.
Well, we did the entire side, but remember, we still broke it into top and bottom. So right now we're setting the lines so we can do the top, and then we'll do the bottom after. Okay. Yeah. So hold on one second. The bowl here. I don't want you touching anything straight up around there. You got profile set. So we already have that line. So I want you to get the pencil. So you're going between that line and the line here. You want it to be a circle. Right now, notice it's kind of square around there. So we'll finish rounding that section. But when you're done, I want to see that line all the way down there. I don't want you to touch it. Take a cut, hold it up and look at it. Take a cut, hold it up and look at it. That's great. That's exactly what I perfect. Okay, other side, same line, same exact way the other side. Exactly. Yeah, it's a square with a rounded edge. Dial that in. I don't think you have time for me to walk you through all the steps, but I can take it and bring it back it around for you.
That's fine with me.
Okay. I just want to make sure we get through everything today.
Yeah, I got you. We don't got a lot of time.
Yeah.
Left to do.
Mm-hmm. We need to be ready to hand sand after lunch.
How close to the shank?
Then we're going to start for the 9 spot. Very little pressure. You're not going to use your bottom line or your top line. You're going to just gently remove the material between them. And I'm watching myself kind of carefully, okay? You want to make sure you can see an inch of the curve of your creating. And you're going to see really fast as you So, already start to look to get close to where I can do or where I'm focused. So it's going to take 2, maybe 3 passes. So I'm going to go back to the section block. Getting closer, and my next pass will probably be my last one. Notice I'm not against it. I'm just using the very tip, the edge of the wrist. And now if you turn the button to the side, it should look pretty consistent, right? So now I'm going to step over and I'm going to go to 3 o'clock and go to 6 o'clock. So first, to the template. So one pass. Two passes. Eventually my pass. And I want to help you the front. If you notice the first pass that I took slightly heavier. I took fewer passes, fewer strokes. The next one, lighter, but I took more strokes. It floats it together. The third is going to be lighter still, and then I'm going to take even more strokes because each time you're creating facets. Where those facets get smaller and smaller until they're noticeable. So that's where we are. You can see there's still a subtle part of my vertical line at the bottom. That's okay because we're going to blend, once we do the bottom quadrants, we're going to blend those together. All right? Mix and dust. This is where it gets tricky. we're starting at 6 o'clock and moving toward 9 o'clock.
So I want to get this thing first, right? I need a line first.
You already, yeah, you want to do your top line. So yeah, start here and move that way. So I actually want you to hold it like that. Because you were moving your shank, your mouthpiece toward the right. So I want you to hold it like this and rotate it like that. You were kind of doing like this. You were the wheel. Okay. So I want you to hold it like this and rotate it like that. So that makes sense. Because your shank is moving down and away from the book. Exactly. Just the rim. No, you're done. You got it. That's it. So now, but now you need to use the tip.
Oh, I know.
To blend between. Yeah, you're almost there already. So
I know.
You don't have that much work to do. Just very little. Just kind of blend it in. You don't need any pressure. I don't want you taking anything away. Nope, nope. So you stroke this way, you take the stroke that way. You're cutting from there to there. Exactly. Less pressure than that even. I think you're done. Let's call it good. Yeah. Good. Nice job. That's what you want. Very well done. We're getting there.
Fine line between that.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So this one, Jeff? Yes.
Put this way.
Exactly, yeah.
And then,
So to find that top surf, exactly, yeah.
Jared wants to run. Jared, you know who Jared is.
Which one? I'm sorry, which one?
Jared.
Oh, yeah.
Ask him to wear this mic. So we'll have both.
Sorry. You want to wear the mic?
what's that?
You want to wear the mic so we can get some of your speech?
This way, while you're instructing, you get a little bit of that
Put the
too.
right on.
The other way, Bob. The other way. The other way.
You got,
This
can you
goes
find
on
the
the
top
inside.
so it doesn't
No,
flap
it
on?
goes this way.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah. There you go.
There you go. Perfect. You hold this for a second. Hold that. Just hold that for a second. That's it. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
This way, when you're instructing, you can
Okay.
just
Yeah, so I'm It's not Jordan perfect, but it looks pretty good. What do you think?
Actually, that looks great. Yeah.
This is
That's
a
great.
no problem. That will fit.
Well, it depends on what. It depends on your mindset.
my mindset is, do we need to fill it with a little CA or
That's a problem for later this afternoon.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So we're not worried about that right now. 'Cause we're gonna hit this with a file and some sandpaper, and so it's gonna be a whole
Yeah,
thing.
the other one went away on its own. As a pen maker,
just
CA
a more
is my
useful organization.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So I don't mind that, but
yeah.
The way I make mine for my shop, it's a little more.
places in a pipe you don't use
Freehand
it.
because you know where you're going.
No, that would be a place
Yeah,
to
yeah,
use it.
exactly.
But we're
You
Like
still
the other
need
one
to
that
keep
went
your
away wouldn't have been.
you need to keep your processes organized so you don't
probably fine too.
do yourself.
Well, I'm not worried. Structurally, I'm worried. I don't care about bugs. So.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Where's-
It'd probably take place as long as I think I would rather use this wheel from the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah,
So user friendly.
yeah. It's far more easy. Did you like the size?
It's affecting this.
The size, I like the size one. What I really liked was
So gentle.
all the way up.
I just noticed I still have like a ridge. Do you think that needs to be sanded out? Or
No, it's fine.
Not at the bottom. It's up to the
We're gonna get to all the ridge knocking next.
And there's part of me that doesn't like that. I don't want it to look like a CNC height. I don't mind little.
Sure, but we're the skill of knocking down the ridges and using the paper effectively is what we're going for. So.
Even though you think it makes all the design, using that.
Right, right. There will be plenty of imperfections, I'm sure.
And when you change over from this side to that side, it's like, wow.
Although somebody, I mean, given $100 on that wheel when I don't, you could probably finish you're standing on the wheel with your skill level.
Yeah, if we had some 500 grit wheels,
No,
yeah.
no, I meant finish like your power, not your shine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Why would you want to even try to do a 500 on a wheel? I mean, that's 5 seconds of hand work.
I go 120, or I'm sorry, I go 60
Right.
to 150, 320, 500, and then I come in with 600 grits hand sanding.
So you actually do 300 on the wheel?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I'll come in, stain, polish, oil, whatever.
I guess. Well, let's see. Well, I go up to 400 on the lathe. Well, no, now I could use 800 just because it's easy enough to do.
Yeah.
I never went. I used to go to 600. Thank you, sir. I'm wearing my Milwaukee pin, but my Chicago pin. I tend to lose this, so it's on my bag. I don't want to take it off.
Okay.
You know, like, gotta represent both clubs. Oh, I dropped the
Yeah.
whole pin.
Oh my God.
Watching your work along the way.
So if you don't mind my asking, did you finish the rim?
I don't know.
You got to know that
Okay.
the skills.
I don't want you to move on until you're done with that.
Oh, we don't have.
So feels good. The only thing I'm going to have you do is there's some tool marks left here.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you knock this down a little bit, and it'll be this line, probably something like this. Right? And there's a little bit of tool marking. So this is the stage, this is the wheel to not get out all the tool marks.
Okay.
Right? So we want to be pretty thorough. And you can use a little bit more pressure than you're used to with this wheel. So this is the time to kind of manhandle it a little bit.
All right.
So, and just keep checking the level. So you can use a pencil or something. You can check the line, check it this way, check it this way.
obvious shape?
No. We just need to get this line straight and knock down these tool marks. That's it. Yeah. Hey, David. Do you still need the 120 wheel?
No.
You don't need it?
No, we're done.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, very cool.
Oh,
There's one more wheel that just opened up. Okay. What's that? Yeah. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah. So they're all caught up. They're now in line.
Okay.
Say something.
Okay.
That's right. Want me to say something? Say something nice about me. I was just helping my friend.
I know. I see that.
And, well,
You want to step in?
I think I opened the whole universe to him. Saying if you need
Do you like this wheel better?
on your line, you can go
Yeah.
and not just stop it. Also,
Oh,
Nice stuff.
yes.
very nice. Well, we just need it for Alex.
Yeah. This is the time to do it. Because the next way to do it is with the hand sanding. So yeah, let's get all the tool marks out now.
That's just so pipe. Yeah.
That would be interesting because you think, oh, the problem's there, you start working in the dip, but it's the sides that need to be there. That was,
Yeah. I mean, no, you have shape.
Feel like you got it?
Flat spot.
I got a little bit.
The middle
Okay.
flat spot.
So-
Probably okay. That's the
low
beginning
spot.
and the end. That's the problem.
you got other high spots that need to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of roll it that
And
way.
now you know how to
Like
file.
roll it along
File the hot spots, not filing.
so you can get. Yeah, just on the edge. Basically, let's see. I would start there and roll this way. So basically, you're going to sweep from
Yeah.
contact
Quite
here,
tough tool,
and you're
but,
going to sweep all the way around.
hard.
Just this this 1/8 inch on the edge,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get the nice steady motion, and you can put a little bit more pressure on it than you have been.
Like, when do you transfer from sanding to filing?
There you
Like,
go.
what does filing
Yeah, most of it. So now
that
just
does?
take a look at it before you do another
Talking
one.
about transferring from the disc sanding
Yeah.
to filing.
Yeah.
It goes disc sanding, filing, and hand
There's a little
sanding.
bump here. So that's all you need to take care of really now. It's now you're just
On the disc,
evening it out. You got rid of the tool marks in that one sweep.
to be honest, rough for
Yep.
that. Because file is very aggressive tool.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I prefer to see it and relax and file than to see it at the disc, which is quite dangerous too.
I think the disc
And
is it's so aggressive that it can.
Yeah.
So the filing is like so much the soft
Yeah.
way off.
You see, personally, I don't use 220. I use only 120. Just to shape. I get myself a rough shaping, then I go to my workbench, sit, relax, use a Dremel tool. I have a big motor Dremel with a huge shaft and a nice hand piece. So I do my thing there. I take the files, I take the chisels, but I'm sitting, relaxing, watching my show on the computer, doing pipes. I'm not concentrating on the disc. Trying not to get a permanent manicure fracture. Take all
This is
the
very
fingers.
aggressive, though. I mean,
It's
you
very-
can take up so much in a
Yeah.
split second.
Yeah,
So you can't ever take your eyes off of
you
that.
have to be very
You're
concentrated.
probably more unique to that, right? I think
You're good.
do a lot on the sander.
Not exactly. I watched Todd Johnson working. He's really quick on the disc. Yes, he's
Yeah.
bringing surface a little bit better,
The
but he also uses only
The way to
140.
solve,
You don't go like fine things.
these bumps
Then
is
it's
to
file because file
and then have a really
about
smooth motion when you're rolling.
say 110.
That's going to
maybe
give you a
rougher.
really straight line
So what's the
around.
point
So
to go to
the
220?
more you hesitate,
file.
Yeah.
the bumpier it's going to be.
You
So
know.
it doesn't have
If
to be
you
a lot
can
of
bring the
pressure,
surface to
but you
like
want to
almost finished on the
smooth-
disc, it's finished
smooth
like
motion.
that. Good for you.
Yeah.
What's the highest rate you go?
With the hand sanding, like 1,500 sometimes 1,000. Depends on the shape. It's very intricate design, a lot of curved lines, I gotta go as fine as I can get because polishing disc will shoot up my line if I try to polish it rough. So I gotta bring surface to like almost polished on the wood itself and then use the
It's time to work on
What's the highest?
the line around. Yeah. Yeah. So you're going to
well, it
you're going to be using a
was
rolling motion.
one mouthpiece. I go to
You're
6,000
going to roll along the edge,
Wow.
kind of.
micro.
And the thing to do, because just like
That's
when we're using the profile,
Very intricate.
we wanted a nice
mouthpiece,
clean
so I
line. We want a nice clean line here too. So the thing is, you want to get a nice clean motion. So tuck your elbows in, and you want to use your body. Yeah, in a you want it. So you can practice.
I can polish the whole
You want a
thing.
nice steady, smooth motion. Yeah.
There's no point, really, everything, right?
I can polish it and take microflow, put polishing compound on it, and can finish.
Alex, have you made pipes without using any power tools? Because, you know,
Well, technically I can, I'm a bad, so good money, but yeah.
That's good.
Well, take an off and try to shape the pipe.
no, you know, the thing is,
So the only thing-
you talk about filing. Filing is
You're really close.
using the sanding disc, but with more control manually. It's almost like manual sanding.
Actually,
and same thing with buffing. Like you said,
I think you
one
can
piece,
do that.
you
This
didn't
is really
use
this is good.
and sanding everything, or,
Never used the Buffy machine?
That's great.
On your mouthpieces, ever?
No, I do use it.
Oh,
That was only the once when I can.
I was gonna say, my
Yeah,
God.
I do. I'm that nuts.
You know, might as well take an axe.
That was only one mouthpiece. I can't finish the whole thing because it was so intricate and nothing I can do about it. Yeah, I use buffers as well.
Mouthpiece.
Yeah, I bring mouthpiece like thousand grit and then red, white, and really now.
White to final.
Final.
On the compound.
That was great. We'll clean the rest up with.
But I can't like
I know what you plastic.
no. I use a lot of that stuff at work.
So,
And I
So
know
easy to
it's
clean with the nail file.
I bought it because I said plastic specific.
Evernet is
But you know what?
rubber. It's not exactly.
No, we're gonna let everybody look through the rim first, and then we'll come back and do the
Much easier to see.
rest.
You go to 600, you go to the wheel, and bam, black mirror, no problem. Not a single scratch.
So I think a few more
Evernet
passes on the
is,
rim is gonna be good. So you got some marks here.
it's elastic
And
material.
here?
Like when you can send it, you can feel it.
The wall of this
It's gonna
wheel
follow
and the
you.
wall of the previous wheel.
Bring you back.
Right,
This,
right.
so you did this.
I'm
You
not
did the
really-
quadrant already. So you're fine. You just need to clean up
Evernet
these
is a
edges.
tricky material,
And so
but I still prefer Evernet.
it
Black Evernet.
comes left to do. There's a few little tool marks here and there.
I've gotten used to the acrylic now. I'm starting to really
The
like
same thing applies.
Well, first of
You
all,
still want to get those nice clean lines around here. You want steady. So if you're gonna roll it, you want to kind of practice your steady motion.
This feel
Right.
against acrylic and
Yeah. So there's only a few more passes. A few more passes left. You're almost there.
Immediate.
Just and then every few passes, you check it. You have a nice clean straight line.
get yourself a little buffer.
Oh, I have. I do roll my stuff.
That's it. Freshly clean mouthpiece will never give you acid. It's that's the one which already start to oxidate. That will sometimes actually even burn your lips. If it's heavily oxidated, you can actually feel that burning inside.
Okay. And you get that. I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, and it's some sort of gummy substance in the lip. Yeah, it is sulfur.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually sulfuric acid because when sulfur ions got to the water ions in saliva, you got the acid,
Yeah.
and it's made that.
Yeah, I've restored some steak pipes that I don't know how to put it in smoke them. I mean, they're yellow from oxidation.
You know what? Shame on me, I have a few pipes like that. That's my
Don't let people hear that. Oh man.
But I clean up them eventually because I don't keep them on my lips.
It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
like that. I've done that.
I was asymmetrical.
Okay,
Let's come to acrylic versus
that's pretty good.
carbonate glue.
And most of this is really easy to get out with hand sneaking. Okay. But since you're here, I'm going to have you take some swipes just really gently around the edge. Mostly just to try and get a really straight line. Yep. Right? Because it's easy to clean this up in the file, but since you just take the 30 seconds and just really gently go around and try and get an even pressure so that you get a nice clean line. What's that?
And right here, good before.
We're just making sure everybody
Yeah, that's.
gets. We're having trouble with clean lines around the edge, so.
Yeah, you know like that. We actually really require good point. Right now, we probably fighting ourselves. Because you take a file, you fix that line,
Yeah.
you know that.
Yeah. Let's. All right. You're right.
But I think we just need to show a little bit more efficient way. We gotta show the point where you start thinking
Yeah.
and moving to less productive and less fun part.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have you. There's tool marks left here around the edge. Everything else looks good. I'm just gonna have you use a little pressure to get out these tool marks here. Yeah. Now's the time. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm gonna have you do now is just we're gonna create a nice line around the edge. See that? Yeah, we're gonna roll it a little bit, right? So it's gonna be this motion. Just a nice low angle like this. Yeah, and there you go. Now as you're rolling it, you're putting a slight bezel on there, right? Yep. There we go. Let's take a look. There we go. There we go. So the rest of this, we're gonna clean up. We're gonna do files, and we're gonna get it nice and even. Yeah. Yeah. That's great. Yep. We're gonna move to the next quadrant, and then we're gonna once we do all the quadrants, we're gonna clean up that line really nicely with a file. Yeah. Yeah, I think let's pause. And it's so easy to clean up this line with a nail file and a metal file. So. There you go. Let us know if you have any questions, all right? Are you looking good? I'm glad you get some time on the wheel.
Okay, here's the worst part. More. Grip at as hard as you can. Elbows, if it's kicks, it's all of it. Instead of just your hands, which is pretty. Hold your body down. You just move the whole body.
Here, let me hop up. And because I'm going to lower the rim just a little bit.
Side by side. And the fourth thing,
your pipe is going to be a little bit more domed than the rest. That's okay. Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, your tool marks were more serious than anybody else's. So. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and like all I think basically like your problem nothing works out as you would plan. So there you go. Everything's gone. And that little beauty mark is a little bit smaller now. So you can decide. Did you have any dreams about how to do this? While you, yeah. Okay. We might be able to like spot card it or something. All right. So everybody got a chance to do the rim, I think. Did we do the rim?
I did it twice.
Okay. Alex is good. Alex is done. Let's move on. Oh, this one doesn't have it. We'll do these first 2 quadrants. This should go quickly. You should have a nice smooth pipe already. All we're doing is taking out the sanding marks from the previous wheel. And just removing the ridges. So this should be pretty quick. Don't stress about it. All we're doing is just taking out the little ridges. I want you to remember, we want contact with the wheel the whole time. Do not just press the pipe onto the wheel. You must move with a steady motion. That's what's going to give you nice, clean lines that are in a nice, clean pipe. So these first 2 quadrants, the front half of the pipe. So there's some free wheels, so let's hop on and we'll do just the first 2, and then we'll get everybody through, and then we'll do the back 2. Okay? Does anybody have any questions? Everybody remember, you all know what you're doing now. So, clean motion. Good motion. All right, hop on.
So I'm going to knock off the corner with a hard angle like that.
Yes. Yeah.
That curve right there doesn't
I'm not
really
quite
touch
sure.
what I've already shaped.
Where did she streaming to? Nobody told me what was happening. They just told me.
Before you knock off that shoulder, we need to refine.
Oh, okay.
We're going to bring it up.
We're going to start on these front 2 quadrants. So all we're doing is we're going to knock down some of these ridges and take out the tool marks from the previous hit.
Okay.
So pretty.
And keep the line.
No, you don't need to worry too much about the line.
Yep. Back.
This whole thing.
Got it.
But do 1 quadrant at a time. So
Okay.
that'll just make it easier to focus.
I've already knocked off.
So
we're first going to do
this one, and then this
then we're
one.
going to knock,
Whichever order you'd like.
and then we're going to start here.
And we're also going to
working from the bottom.
be careful when you come to meet this ridge,
From 6
because
o'clock.
this is part of what's going to create that nice thin line too. Yeah. Yep. And we're gonna clean it all up with hand files and all this kind of stuff. So don't get too stressed about it. We're just taking out the ridges and the sanding marks from the previous wheel.
So me if I
Nice, good motion.
straight off like this. Second
Yep.
pass,
So
go right off.
the whole length,
This should be our last pass.
just like we did before.
This back end will be a nightmare for me. I don't know about you guys, but it was so.
Yeah.
It was stressful.
Uh-huh.
I went from like this often to like.
This is going to be easier on the small wheel.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a lot easier because you'll be able to tuck in and around.
Plus the stem. You'd rather you want to have.
Yeah, and you'll actually find that hand sanding back here is actually pretty easy. So on the wheel it's difficult. By hand it's pretty easy
So I'm gonna
because your finger fits right in there.
Okay. So I'm gonna do it now, and I'm gonna start from sending on. This is, very efficient, quick. But for people like us who are skilled, I'm doing this because it pumps through the back end with a file instead because you have more control.
Yes, but we're going to learn how to use a file later.
Right.
And so actually you can do a lot of damage with the file.
Oh, yes? Those even.
I've had students before who I didn't come to see them. Last year was very busy, and they got pretty far down into the shank with a file I didn't come back there for 10 or 20 minutes, and it is possible to wreck a pipe pretty quickly with a file. So there's technique involved, so we'll go over all of that. It's not as straightforward as you think. So
I was hoping for it easy.
yes, it is very possible to do all of this with a file.
Right.
But what it all comes down to actually in the end is you want a nice long strokes, and you want to move across the whole length of your stroke, right? You can't just right. You have to use the whole length of the file and move across the whole length of your cut. A round file, which we have some of if you'd like to. It's probably going to be easier to do the 220 wheel and then to 220 handstanding. So we'll see. We'll see where we get.
And I see this mistakes you're making because you'll make this.
What's your question?
But like a good pipe maker, developing
Where do you see
recognize
oblong or like the shape I'm trying to?
There's a little bit of meat there, but it's really not bad. And you haven't finished the front two quadrants yet, right?
No.
Yeah, so we'll take.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
keep
trying to figure out
checking.
where to keep. Exactly. So you agree that it's
Right here.
right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not by much.
Yeah, that's why it's tapped it first.
Okay. Yeah. Good morning. Real sleepy. I was up Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
So we're pretty close.
Good. Good.
Not perfect, but what we're looking for right now.
So, yeah. Yeah.
And you can see, look, there's a trophy on that side.
So David and I were roommates, and we actually we both woke up at like 4:30 to go to the bathroom, and I had so much trouble going to sleep after that. So I got like. Whew. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the first line? Yeah. Yes, the first line you're doing is that just that edge. And then you knock the corner off, and then you roll.
Better check on these folks.
Yeah.
How we doing?
Just good. Not good.
Okay. Not good. Not good.
I'm not like off the line.
Okay.
You're like, that's terrible.
So what you can do is start from this end.
Yeah.
Or are you doing this quadrant first?
Yeah.
Okay. You can go at a higher angle than you think. You don't have to put it on like this. You can come in like this, but the edge of the wheel is abrasive. So you can. No, you don't really need to. You can do a little bit. Okay. Well, you just have a lot to do on this wheel, but you just started. Yeah. So just focus on the motion. Like you want to focus on getting the whole stroke. That's the most important part. Yeah. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. So what I'm going to have you do is do a few gentle passes. I know that you finished this quadrant. There's a few ridges in here. Okay. That's it. Otherwise it looks really good.
Okay. The other side?
Well, the other side you just started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't worry about that. You can check for the ridges. If you just close your eyes and put your finger in the bowl and kind of spin it, you can feel them. Okay. So don't. But if you look at it, your eyes will deceive you. Right. So you have to just put your finger in the bowl and kind of roll it around. Your thumb will know. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Can you feel that? Yeah. How we doing? Yeah. Well, yeah, we're getting some ridges out, but some ridges will remain almost no matter what when you enter the wheel.
Right.
But what I want you to see, these are tool marks from the previous
Got it.
Wheel, right?
Okay.
Okay, so that's what we're doing here, and then you can get down a little bit closer to the stem. There's enough here. I think you have the room, so you can take out this line when you're sanding. We're not as concerned about leaving lines alone now.
Okay.
Yeah, looks good. So with the ridges, you can if you just take some really quick but gentle passes.
Okay.
Those will kind of fade away, but
Okay.
no matter what, the wheel will leave ridges.
All right. Sounds good.
Pardon me. There you go. That was a good catch. I saw it.
So, a triple ridges though, would you expect that, or am I?
Yeah. Yeah, your wheel's a little wobbly. So see these little, if you can feel the bumps?
Yeah.
Part of the wobble of the wheel that's doing it. So what you can do to compensate for that is it's the edge that's giving you these little bumps.
Yeah.
So you can come in to the inch and a half of the wheel, not the center, but right in the meat of the wheel, and it'll give you a lot less of those bumps.
Okay.
And that's, yeah.
But otherwise, you're looking good.
I would just,
Maybe you should some of that, all right? But not really.
yeah, you can. But we're looking. I'd like to get some of these bigger ridges out.
Okay.
So now you're just kind of ridge hunting, and I want to make sure you get like we're looking for a round as much as possible. So I'm going to just draw on some of these a little bit, and the best way to take care of these is longer strokes. Now that I see that what you're doing, I'm going to come in from the edge of the problem is this arbor right here is not fitted well onto this shaft, and so it has. So the wheel fits. And actually, the wheel is a little bit out of whack too. So yeah. We've been on it. So here's looking good. I'm just. I think you're going to have better luck right in the meat of the wheel instead of on the edge for this portion of it. Yeah. So try that.
Yeah. So then you use rotating them out to make sure that
looks good. I'm gonna.
looking down that way.
There's a couple ridges that I'm gonna have you try and take care of. Okay. And you can, if you look down the pipe and you kind of roll it this way, you see there's a little point here. We're going to try and get a nice round profile at this point. So there's going to be some ridges on this pipe. The wheels just always, there's no way of getting around that, but we're going to try and get rid of the biggest ones. Eliminate some work later. So looks like this side's nice. This side just has a couple of these larger ridges. So just nice longer sweeps and kind of not, and you can check. If you can, I can see it. There's a bump on this right here. I don't know if you can see that. So that's how you can do it. And actually, remember the technique from yesterday, doing it this way? That might be the best way now. Okay. Yeah. I forgot. That might be because you can, especially if you sit up right on the wheel, if you want to move your chair right around and you get right, I can see straight down onto what part of the wheel is touching the front. So handy, and you can roll it this way. That might be the most helpful thing. Although it's looking a lot better already. Yeah.
Goodbye. I do like that.
How we looking? Okay. Let's take a look. Well, there's not much to mess up here, so don't worry too much. One thing that I've had everybody else do, and I don't know what David instructed you to do, but if you want to roll it like this a little bit, now that you did the quadrants, you can roll it a little bit like this, and that's going to create a cleaner line this way. So don't worry about rolling it this way anymore, like this. Kind of you can create a line this way. Okay, and I think that'll be gentle, but you do want to take out these tooling marks here and here. Does that make sense? And then you'll get it by rolling it along this line. It should be easier to get a nice clean surface. Yeah.
$50. I can buy, buy a Bic or two or whatever. And they just then go buy a Bic. Exactly. Yeah, it's but it's the same thing. Right. It's not quite as intricate of turning the pen as this. Right. But there's still some work involved, and then you get much more expensive than that. Yeah. So I think $50 for
that looks pretty good.
And that's a bargain. The kit, the internals and everything, those things cost. It's going to cost you probably more than 10. But so. Yeah, the profit margins are pretty low. Yeah, I wouldn't want to try to make a living on turning pens. No, unless you are high-end pens that are, hundreds if not thousands of dollars. So that's different. But they've been doing it for years. Yeah, $10,000 for a pen. Sure, why not? That's I'm a believer. Yeah, that's you've probably been doing that 20 years. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Here, let me hop on.
A lot of it is having something to do, how much handwork goes in. Probably a lot of these people are manufacturing their, machining their own internals. So the threads are all turned. Maybe they're using Damascus, hand hammered Damascus steel.
Yes. Most of the issue is here.
All of that stuff takes time.
You notice how quick I'm being?
You get more efficient at different steps.
Yeah, that's actually some problems can arise from going too slow.
Better work, but also to invest more.
So there's two ways to control the speed of sanding. One is the speed of your motion, and the other is pressure.
In other areas.
So I'm using kind of a higher pressure and a higher speed. And I was one thing, with the slowness. Here we go. With the slowness, you're kind of putting yourself at the mercy of this wobble. With the speed, so then you have to control the speed with your body, though. Not out here like this. You really tuck in and get over it. Like what I would do too. Rest your ribs right here. Rest your elbow or your arm right here, and you can. So, yeah.
Would that be from fireworks, or would you try to do that?
Yeah. Oh, actually, I see.
120 mark still. Right here. See those? Can you see those? Okay. It's hard. Right in here. So I would take a few more passes and just look. I can see them. They're not bad. But you can just look, take a few passes, look. Yeah. So what you can do, you saw me do it. I came in, had the pressure here, and I faded out. Faded out here, and because I don't need to do it, this looks fine. I don't want, but I want to simulate, basically, like follow through. When you're shooting basketball or whatever, you want to. I wanted to follow through with the motion, but I don't need to hit it. So, I know. I'm emphasizing everybody to like do the full motion, but you know, like we're getting into the nitty gritty, like judgment calls here. So. Start here and feather it out. So you want your pressure to maximize here and then fade out to nothing by about here.
Yeah. Someone else's hard-earned money, or hard-earned money.
You're so close to being done.
Yeah. Well, you're a luxury item.
Yeah,
That's the bottom line, you know?
Yeah, hence my
That was pretty good for. Yeah. Let's call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Generous community.
Perfect.
No notes. Yes, you can be done with this stuff. It looks good. That's how it should look. Oh, God bless you. I'm going to use the little boys' room. Great. I'll be right back. Cool.
So by the time we break for lunch, my goal is for all of us to come back from lunch and be hand sanding, and then ready to stain in about an hour. Okay.
Restroom. Okay, thank you.
find that. So that I'm going to use this. I'm going to go down on both sides.
Yeah.
And blind side. And go down on both sides.
Okay.
So I needed to turn that for you. So this side, do that. You want to finish up on the edge.
This side.
Yeah.
Yep. This looks great. Yep. All right. Let's see. So I'm noticing a couple. Are you rolling like this now,
Yeah, well,
or are you doing this?
so I'm rolling it through
This way. Okay. I noticed a little bit of a flat spot forming. So there's a ridge here,
Yeah.
and a little bit of a ridge here,
Yeah.
with this flat spot in between. So I think if you come down like this here, I think we'll kind of eliminate that. So what I'd like you to do is just every couple of strokes, keep checking. And if you close one eye, you'll be able to have better perspective. Yeah, so just take 3 or 4, or a couple of strokes here, a couple of strokes here, and check it, and then do it again until you don't notice that flat spot.
I got them feeding at the bottom, and I can let everybody know as they finish that up, wheels are opening up, jump back in and stop. So, perfect.
How we doing?
So, there were some low spots that I'm trying to avoid that I marked out.
Low spots? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
there were low spots that were affecting me.
Oh, okay.
So I think I'll kind of sand that area because I don't want to eat that area because it's affecting the ring.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. I wouldn't worry too much about it. What I would do is, since we're here, I would come down here a bit.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Especially here. Yeah. And we'll get the top bit, but I would definitely come over this line up to here.
Okay.
And I would definitely come down to the stem a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's okay if the stem gets a little bit of
Oh yeah.
love?
It's the same. It's all one piece, so it's the same bit as this, right? We're all gonna hand sand the whole thing. Yeah. So I would come down a bit here, yeah, especially here, and this is looking good. I would lightly touch these areas, just to make sure we get the grit out, and like here and stuff. Just so do a few more passes.
Okay.
Wherever you see the gray, that means it's old.
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so-
just I know that it dips so the rim has a little chip in it.
Yeah,
I didn't
okay.
want to get the edge. I did for the
Don't
edge.
worry too much about it.
But yeah, I can come in and kind of clean that up. Maybe leave the edge.
It's not a big deal either way. But I do want you to yeah. And so when you're doing this, you start here, and you can come up like this. And if this is already clean, you can have your pressure here, nice big pressure, and then lighten, and then really lighten. So, and then end before the rim, right? Because if you hit the rim, you'll create another flat
But
spot.
I've been going upside down.
That's
I've always
fine.
been starting here, but
That's fine. You can.
starting.
No, that's fine. You can do that. But what I think
But
probably
it'll be easier. If
it'll
I
be
could
easier.
start
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
because then I can get close to it. And
Uh-huh.
up and then
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Huh? That's inevitable with all wheels. This particular one is a little finicky. I don't know. It's a little bit wobbly, right? That one's the best. This one's a wobbler. So there are some ridges, and I'll just draw on them while we're talking. Are you going like this?
No, I'm going like this.
Okay, that's perfect. Let's start that way, and then I want to have you move to this.
Okay.
So if you remember, put your pinky or ring finger down the bowl, and then grip it nice. And you want to be able to. You want to get right over the wheel, so you can see exactly which part of the wheel is touching which part of the pipe. You want to have a perfect view. But it's looking pretty good. So I'm just drawing on the ridges for your visual benefit, but it's looking good. You're almost done.
David seems thinking I might be ready to move on to hand setting. I've got some high spots.
Okay.
I'm going to give a feel and see if that's something that I should hit with this, or if I should just start sanding there. Like, most of them are marked.
Oh, okay. 5 strokes of a nail file is probably going to take care of all these. I would. So, he's back there. I would also. Do you wrap? How are you holding?
I was doing the way you should.
Okay. So basically, you turn your finger into the file, so you have more control over the pressure. I find it's better than just using a sheet.
Okay.
But whatever's comfortable. But
so this
longer.
Side probably have good. Each side needs lots of love, but
yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Did you already do this
on
a 220?
Yeah, but I just wanted to look at the grade.
Oh, okay.
And I had nothing to do, so it's like if I waste work, I don't care. If I've got to see
Yeah. Actually, the grain's pretty cool on this one. It's not like tight, but the orientation's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would.
So skip the wheel, sand.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still a flat spot, but I didn't want to keep going on it.
I think let's move on to the file. Actually, that looks pretty good. Yeah. So we'll hit it with the nail file, and you can. We'll show you how to do that.
I want to show you a little trick. Just sandpaper. If you work like this, right, not convenient.
On the right there.
Put it to your finger. No.
How you work?
Oh. No more like
It follows all the curves without doing. Yeah.
Nice. That's a really good
Model maker's trick.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you, Alex.
That's really cool. I have to follow a shitload of like acrylic stuff at work, like let's say the trays for refrigerator, coolers and shit. There is like curves, radiuses and stuff.
Awesome. Thank you. That's a really cool.
That's on top of just cut the piece like that and roll it in tight roll, tape it from one side. I actually brought the fuse picks for that reason. I roll it over the fuse pick so there is something hard inside. Tape one end with the masking tape and cut the front like 45 degrees so I have a real sharp tip. So if you have like sidelines or something, you can locally go like that.
I like
you never destroy your fine line.
Nice.
Sanding is fucking up. That's why I mentioned yesterday Americano.
Yeah.
Sanding is fucking hard. Yeah.
Folding, rolling, it's always hell.
Uh-huh.
You literally create like a round file, but it's 400, 600 degree round file.
Uh-huh.
Especially when you work on the contrast, that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Because you can control the intensity of the color at the same time you're doing the fine sanding.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're not afraid to ruin your, whatever fine lines.
If you do that, or if you use like something very small.
I use everything, like whatever I can.
How smooth it's supposed to be, but I'm
for that. I'm gonna take that home.
If you can
Do we do the rest of that by hand or do
Yeah, we're gonna do the rest of this by hand. Although I see you got into the back here a little bit.
It's a little expensive.
is that good or not so good?
Well,
They're always like $40.
I kind of rounded it. I didn't know how to get in there.
well, now we've lost the oval. The oval.
I need to.
So we've lost. Now it's like it's flat here.
For years.
So unfortunately, there's no bringing it back. But I can. Well, I think I might have you. Let me clean this up just real quick. And actually, I could probably. It'll take me 10 seconds. And that way, we'll just give you a nice clean curve here.
Yeah, I didn't know how to get the wheel in there, and I kept
Okay.
messing it up.
Yeah. Chasing flaws.
I know.
Yeah, it never works out. I do it all the time, and it never works out. Okay. I'll wait till everybody's off.
I didn't realize they were.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll just 10 seconds, and we'll just get you that nice curve in the back. Yeah. Have you got a chance to do the front part of the bowl yet?
Yeah.
This part here? Oh, not yet. Okay.
What was happening was I was trying to use the back of the wheel like on the big ones.
Oh,
but that plastic kept hitting, and that's
Oh, okay.
chunking it, and then I had to clean it up.
Got
and
it. Okay.
I got in that rabbit hole of.
Yep. And it's easy to do because
Is there enough
You're in the
meat
zone.
that you can maybe curve
Yeah.
these a little bit?
Yeah. there's plenty there. These are nice hefty pipes, so.
Of course, I'm going to ask you something here. I should probably go to hand at this point for the inside or the front.
Yep. This is great. Yeah, so we're going to go to hand sanding.
Okay. I did do some hand sanding on it,
Okay.
but not on the inside.
Oh, have you started on the inside now?
Yeah, what are we supposed to?
Yes.
David.
Oh, okay. So you've just done some hand sanding.
Yes.
There's a few people who haven't gotten to do the front of the pipe yet.
Oh, I didn't
So,
realize that.
I need- Okay.
You're going to take long. My bad. I'm
Yeah, no,
terribly
it's
sorry
it's,
about
it's perfectly fine. I jump in when you get a chance. But I'll give you some notes now.
Yeah.
So you can keep hand sanding for a minute. Sorry, we're a little mixed up here.
That's okay.
But what I will have you do, when you do get back on the wheel, see this?
Yeah.
It'll be easier to do this on the wheel. There's some. So we're trying to get out these 120 grit marks.
Right.
There's really those are it.
Okay.
But yeah, this is going to be different. This is just going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Hand sanding is going to be easier to get out the ridges than
Yeah.
this. So
Yeah.
we'll do the best you can, and then we'll go to hand sanding.
Okay.
Yeah. And even if you wanted to, if you have some 220 grit, really.
Should I just get in there and try it while I'm waiting? And
Yeah,
try to get it with the
Because
220?
if you can get the 120 grit out with the hand sanding, you hardly even need to come back to the wheel. Yeah. What stage are you at here? Oh, that was great. Now it's starting to meet up really nicely. Yeah. Yep.
And that was the question. So, like, you guys were talking about doing like the hand drill.
Huh?
You like form the pipe.
Yeah.
You do essentially this, where you fit the stem in and then sand the stem
So basically, the pipe if you imagine there's no holes in it, it starts like this. We'll shape it to something like this. Then we'll drill the holes at this stage, this kind of roughed out stage. Then we'll put a stem in, and then we'll yeah. So the drilling comes in about this point. Yeah, basically, you've passed the point of where we drill. 220s.
Well, so like when you first got like, that's when you would drill.
Yeah, more or less. I would refine it a little bit more so I could see the grain and kind of make any final adjustments. But this is nice and smooth, and what I would worry about, because you have to glue little blocks on and everything. So you don't want to. This is a lot of work to do, so you don't want to do this too soon. Yeah.
So you'd almost do it at the right, we use 120 first.
Yeah. So I would just clean this up a little bit, and then drill.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're waiting to do this, and you did 220 here. Looks great. You can do 220. Did you do 220 here?
I did, but then he told me that we could start something.
Okay. There's a couple people who haven't done the front yet. I think that's where all these people are at. But if you don't look at it and you run your thumb over it, you can feel a little ridges. Actually, and that's the trick. Or stick your finger in, put your thumb on like this, and rotate, and you can feel. Don't look. The looking is the thing that makes it. It's deceiving. 10:36. We're so close. Yeah. So I can feel bumps. Good morning. How are you?
Ciao. Hi.
Tommy Escorti. Coming over.
Your opponent last year.
Yeah.
Nice
Yes.
to meet you. Awesome. So, everything is okay?
Everything is good.
Yeah?
Making some pipes.
They are working?
Yeah.
Good.
So yesterday, we go from this to this.
Okay. So, good.
But none of these people have ever used shaping wheel.
So it's the first time for everybody? Very good. Wow. Oh, ciao.
So we'll wait.
Yeah, I know.
But I think we're almost through with the wheels. Everybody still needs to do some here,
But I haven't done my inside yet.
but I think it's going to be really quick.
That, I got my.
That's a cool.
That's nice. Oh, Nicholson, yeah.
The outside.
Come on, it's like $10.
Yeah.
The outside pretty well smooth and everything.
Yeah.
All I really got to do is concentrate on the.
So on the back, there's not much work to be done. So when you go, get on the wheel, there's a few.
I'd be better off maybe sanding it just by hand.
I think you might be. I wouldn't want you to get in and,
Yeah, do that. But just by hand with what I was using there.
Yeah. Let me ask, would you like to fill these?
It doesn't matter. Really.
Okay. Okay.
Give it some character.
Okay. We'll just leave them alone.
Give it some character, Don Phil.
So,
That's going to need some filling, but
I think we're going to leave. Let's just go to hand sanding because I think this is a nice shape, and I don't want to. We don't need to do any more.
Okay.
The only thing that I'm going to have you look out for, so you need to do the rim with 220 hand sanding.
Okay.
And there's this little portion here. I think you would benefit from using the rough nail file and really getting a nice clean edge here, and then going to the 220 grit.
Okay.
And if David's back there, he can help you, or I'll wander back in a few minutes.
Okay.
But basically using the rough nail file, and not just in one place, but using a longer stroke.
Okay.
It's just like with the wheel. If you just put it on, it'll just. But if you use a longer stroke, it'll create a line. So I think
maybe I'll wait till you come back.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Do that. Go ahead.
Well, here, no. Here, let's just go back real quick and I'll show you. This is actually a little bit rougher than I'd like you to use, although you can use it just for a minute. And you might benefit from using the vise at this point and this block, because you can basically what you do is you set the stem end in here and you just have a nice brace. So hold this in the block. But basically, I like to hold it against me like this, so it's steady, and kind of hold it like this. And you just, I think there's a rough nail file around here somewhere, isn't there? Oh, there it is. I think that, are these the same? I don't know.
No, those are the other ones that they gave us yesterday.
Okay. Actually, it might be easier to use this a little bit. I would just be careful, though. This is pretty aggressive. So some people have a little bit finer file.
This one.
Okay.
Round.
Yeah. I don't know. That's so small.
Thought I saw some flat ones here.
But basically, if can you see my motions? I'm kind of going along the rim. Okay. That's really fine. That's basically the same as the rough nail file.
Okay.
It's just stiffer. Yeah. So this will give you a really fine finish. So you can use this, and thank you, sir, for this. And you use these as well to come in after. But the main technique that I want, you need to get a good firm grip on it, have it nice and tight to your body if you can, at least the bracing arm. Just go along the rim. So you want to use the length of the file.
Very gentle.
Yeah.
Really puts on it.
Yeah, because this, especially if you get a corner in there, it'll go deep.
All right.
Yeah. So just slowly with the file, and then you can get more. You can use more and more pressure as you get to a finer grit.
All right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We're not going to use the file. Straight to sanding.
It depends. He needs the file. I would just go to the nail file.
Do I need to go to the file? How do I know I need to go to the file?
It's just easier. It's just easier.
Easier to, is this more of a sander or a file?
There we go. See, there's just little tiny little
Ripples,
things,
yeah.
little tiny ripples. If you hold it, so what you want to do is,
Now, the ripples you're saying on the top?
Okay.
Because I'm sure the sides also affected quite a bit.
Sure.
It's like the side is
What?
tremendous amount of ripples.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just kind of
Going along.
Yeah. Okay.
Going along the line of the rim, and you can create a nicer, cleaner line. And you can do the same thing here. You can go around.
Oh, I love that.
Yep. And
So
get rid
it's
of
a little
the.
bit stronger than sanding it, right?
Well, it's got a firm back to it. You can also use this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more aggressive. Be more careful. You will, if you get this sharp edge,
Yeah. You'll just start.
one stroke and I will destroy your pipe. Right? So, but you can use it to get this nice clean edge really quickly. Okay.
Never go like that.
Don't go back.
No.
Always.
So you want to use the whole length of the file, and you want to go along.
Okay.
Right? So you can do that.
Yeah. And what about the insides?
The insides, we can, I think the 220 grit sandpaper rolled up around your finger is probably going to be the trick.
Okay.
Or using this.
Yeah, I don't know what grits these are.
whatever the roughest one is probably the one you want. But you can, right? Yeah. So just the thing to do is you don't want to go like this.
It's always out.
You want to use,
And up.
yeah. You want to go along the line of the pipe, right? So, yeah.
And at this point, it's okay to
Oh
start
yes.
melding.
In fact, it's mandatory. Yep. You want the pipe and the stem to be coming together.
But he has
All right.
This is the last time I screw up. The rest I
Oh, the rest is going to be so easy. It's easy breezy. Okay. Almost there. All right. And I think once I'm done with this, I think the rest is just going to be hand sanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's pretty good. So I think you'll just spend a lot of time on the 220 hand sig.
Right.
But I think you're good. Unfortunately, that's going to stay there.
Does that look like a little fat on that side here? Is that just my eyes?
I don't see it.
Okay. Now there.
Yeah, and you can. I'll go around. I'll be wandering around, and I'll show you how to use the file and everything.
Yeah.
So if you want to change something
Yeah.
a little bit, we can do it with the file pretty quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I want to just smooth it, see what we get.
Okay.
I mean, these little nicks will come out.
Yeah.
This is a little deep. I'm decided if I want to fill it or not.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of glue we have, so I'll find out for you.
You know, but it's not going to be affecting the smoke at all. So.
Yeah, but we can. We'll work on that before we stain. So, which we will get to in probably after lunch. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Interesting. I know nothing about contrast staining. I
Okay.
know how to stain, but
Yeah.
so I'm interested.
Okay.
Contrast stains where you put on
A dark.
a dark stain and then a light to bring out highlights? Or vice
Yeah.
versa?
So dark stain, and then you sand again,
Oh,
and then you put on the light stain.
yeah. So you're creating light spots for the light stain.
Yep. Yeah. So hopefully we'll have time for you to work on that. Yeah. Sorry. What was your question?
I didn't touch any of the underneath.
Oh, okay.
The rest of it getting there.
Yeah, this looks good. This looks good, and we're all these little bumps. If you look away and kind of feel like this, you'll feel the ridges. We'll get those with the hand sanding. If you're comfortable, there's not much. All you need to do is just touch it. It looks really good already. Everything looks pretty good, and I would even say if you wanted to, you can go to hand sanding now. But it's, yeah, and so I don't know how much David showed you. Oh, sorry, thank you. Basically, you put the wheel here, and you pull up, and you put the wheel here, and you pull this way. Right, so you have to come from the middle both ways. It's awkward back there.
Yeah.
But it looks good. So don't be very aggressive. You're almost there, and even if you want it, basically it's up to you because you're basically ready for hand sanding. Are you putting the teardrop? Yeah.
I'm actually on the middle of work. I did that side almost for it.
Yeah.
I work on the small disc and then I realize it's like very slow.
Are you going to put it in the stem?
I'm thinking maybe I'll just continue the guessing over line. It's real, but it's not that much meat there. I don't know.
You got the wheel caught underneath there.
Oh, was it the plastic backing or something like that?
Jammed in there, yeah.
Oh, okay. I think you're ready to go. You want me to take care of that real quick for you, or would you like to do that with a file?
No, you do that.
Okay. No, you're fine. Yeah, the plastic back is a really sharp edge. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was working on it. How does that
It looks good. There's a little spot here, but we can take care of that with a file really easily. So I think you're ready. We'll move on to the file. Oh yeah.
I just realized.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Another thing I realized, we gotta get off this short because you gotta show that thing, you know. It's so good at it.
So, he's the last person to refine the top. Has already done all that, and we're on to 220.
Okay.
A lot of them close to these. I think okay, but
Okay. So a few of them had come up and were like, okay, I'm ready to do the back. And I looked at it and I thought,
when you say you follow the saddle,
you know, maybe you're really close and actually we'll do the rest. Just keep going with the hand sanding. So there may be a few of them that need to do the back, but I think we're basically done. So 5 minutes ahead. Yes.
Gosh, I thought that was like something breaking.
We're 5 minutes ahead of our goal that we just made up a few hours ago.
Someone, I forgot who it was. They invited someone to come in and talk today. Or maybe it's Tommy.
Tommy wandered in.
Yeah. I think invited him to come in, and I was like, yeah, come in at this time, and I forgot who it was.
Okay. He's right around the corner, I think. Yeah.
I don't think we have time to do that.
I don't think so. We're basically done with the wheels.
Okay.
So
We have another 30 minutes.
I don't know about that. Oh, yes you do. So you're good.
So good.
Yeah, and we have all the 220 wheels. There's a 36 grit wheel if anybody needs it. Does anybody need? Are you waiting for a wheel?
You got 36 grit on it?
Right here.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
We've already got the paint. How can I talk about the next step that we're planning with the same and agree to chocolate?
Okay.
Even if people wind up with one, we'll let it go.
Okay.
It'll really go through a really strong contract.
Perfect. And chocolate's so like universal good understanding anyway. So okay. Yeah, of course.
Sorry, buddy.
There we go. All right. Thank you. Good.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Going good. Just sanding away. There you go.
Yeah.
Looks good. Looks good. Yeah. Having fun.
Practice with this. It's the same technique for this. Because what you can do for an inside curve, you can lead with your pressure on the front and then have pressure on the back end for the tail, right? Or for an outside curve, you want pressure on the front the whole time, right? It's the same with a. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the same with the metal file. So I want pressure on the front because I'm trying to create this curve. I want the file to curve with the line. And so if there's a slight high spot or something, you can, it's the same idea as with the